Hi, I'm Claire Gilman. I'm the Aquavella Curator and Department Head of Modern and Contemporary Drawings here at the Morgan. We are looking at a drawing by the artist Jay DeFeo called Untitled Tripod Series. Jay DeFeo was a multimedia artist working in the San Francisco Bay Area from the early 1950s until her death at age 60 in 1989. Jay DeFeo is still best known for the monumental painting The Rose, which she worked on from 1958 till 1966. The object contained so much paint that she referred to it as a marriage between painting and sculpture. Although she's associated with this kind of monumental object, for most of her career, she worked on modest scale objects. In her drawings and photographs, she tended to depict small, unassuming objects, almost domestic objects, everyday objects that she had in her studio or that she used in her daily life, like her tripod, which was the object that probably occupied her most in the mid-70s. She's often treating those objects like individuals, and these objects really become portraits. And in the tripod drawing here at the Morgan, she's using drawing as a way of observing the world or representing the world. But then on the other hand, she's using drawing as a way of depicting what the eye can't see, as a way of giving or providing an inner life. This is obviously the base of the tripod, which is typically stable, typically stationary, but here is shown in motion, in movement that has somehow taken on a life of its own. You can see and you can sort of feel the spontaneity of her approach in the scratchiness of her line here, and also in the contrast between the acrylic ink and the graphite. So you have the kind of opacity of the acrylic ink here, and then almost behind it, kind of like a ghost image, is this graphite body. Throughout, you can see these kinds of swooshing gestures where you see the dryness of the brush trailing off. So you can really imagine her hand making those gestures. For me, this is a quintessential Jay DeFeo object because Jay DeFeo does not need grand subjects to depict what is perhaps the most profound subject of all, which is the human condition. She's taking this object that is meant to assist in the observation of the world, right? It's meant to support that act as something that holds up the camera, and yet she is making it the focus and allowing us to see it as an object that has its own inner life. There is an immediacy that is built into drawing. There is this feeling of being in the presence of the artist. And the Morgan is a place much like DeFeo, for whom drawing is not a second-class citizen, it really is the main event.